everyone, so today I have my blushes, bronzers, and highlights declutter for you all. Taking basically, well, I am taking all of my highlights, bronzers, and blushes, including my palettes with those in them, and I'm decluttering everything. I have put up a lip product declutter and an eyeshadow palette declutter. If you guys want to see those, I will link them down below in a little declutter series so you guys can check out those and any of my other past declutters. It'll all just be right there for you guys. I decluttered my entire makeup collection. I got different organizers for my makeup, and so I wanted to go through and just declutter everything, get rid of the things that I'm no longer using, pass things on, throw away things that are old. And so yeah, that's what I did. So that is what I have for you guys today. Before we get started, if you guys are new, hey, my name's Liz. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also ring your guys' notification bell so you can be notified for all my future videos. I try posting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you guys want to see my blush, bronzers, and highlight declutter, then just keep watching. Okay, now on to blushes, bronzers, and highlights. I also have my palettes like that, blush, bronzer, and highlight palettes. I'm gonna start off with my highlights. So this is basically all of my highlights, obviously, besides the ones that are in, oh, these are highlights too, besides the ones that are in the palettes. So this first one, this is a Smashbox palette in Spotlight Pearl. This is one of the Casey Holmes collaboration ones. I really do like this, so I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep this Hourglass Vanish highlight stick thingy. I'm going to keep that. Also gonna keep the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. The Physicians Formula Naturally Nude. I just don't get a whole lot of use out of this anymore. It is really pretty, but I just don't use it. So I'm going to pass that along. The Pixie Aspenovard one, really pretty, but again, it's just not one that I get like a ton of use out of. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along as well. I'm gonna keep my Milk Makeup Stick in Lit. Really, really pretty. Love this thing. This Anastasia Beverly Hills in Riviera. I don't know. I feel like this is probably too dark for my skin. I don't know. Is it? No, I actually think I'm going to keep that one, but I am going to get rid of these two. This is the Ofra highlighters in Rodeo Drive and Blissful. These are just way too dark for my skin tone. I'm just so pale that neither of these work for me, so I'm going to get rid of those two. This Ofra one in Everglow, although a third of it is too dark for me, I am going to keep it because it has that shade right there that is not too dark. And then as well as this Ofra one in Glazed Donut, I'm also going to keep. The Mary Luminizer from the Balm. I don't know, do I want to keep this? I don't know, I think I'm gonna pass this one along. It's just not one that I ever reach for, so I'm gonna pass that one along. Becca in Champagne Pop, I am going to keep. The ColourPop ones, this is in Flexitarian, Lunch Money, and On the Cusp. I'm gonna keep all three of those. Also gonna keep this ColourPop one, the Villains Maleficent one. I'm gonna keep my Essence Pure Nude. Gonna keep the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. These are so pretty. I'm gonna keep my Hourglass Trio. Definitely keeping that. I'm gonna keep the Persona Cosmetics in Zuma. Keeping my Pixie Glowy Duos. I think I'm gonna pass along this Wet n Wild one. It's in Precious Petals. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass that along with the CoverGirl Peach Punch highlight. I just don't ever use it, and it is a bit glittery. It has like big flecks of glitter in there. It's just not my thing. I'm going to keep both of these, the Natasha Denona Super Glow and the Glow. And then I'm definitely keeping my Anastasia Amrezy highlight. This little Benefit one I got, I don't know, as a bonus or as something. I don't remember. I ordered something and this came with it, but I'm going to pass that along. And then the Farsali Jelly Beam, I think I am going to keep this. Okay, moving on to bronzers. These are all the bronzers that I have right here. This Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer, definitely keeping this. I love this. The Essence Sun Club Bronzer, bronzer. I actually do really like this. I've been doing a Shop My Stash video with this, and I really like it. This e.l.f. duo in, I don't even know, St. Lucia. I'm actually going to pass that along. The Catrice Contouring Duo Stick, I'm actually going to pass this along as well. It's just one that I just don't ever use it. The Cover FX, this is the Sun-Kissed bronzer. I do really like this. It's on a bit of that cooler tone, so I feel like it's good for contouring and it's really good for my fair skin. The Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer, I love this, keeping this one. I'm gonna pass along this Pretty Vulgar Bronzed Bee. It's just not my jam. Gonna keep my Physicians Formula Butter bronzer. I'm gonna keep my Nude Sticks Nudies bronzer in Blondie Bay. I'm going to keep my Catrice Prime and Fine for that contouring powder. Gonna keep my Becca, what is this? The Sunrise Waves bronzer. And then I'm also gonna keep my Balm Tickum the Balm bronzer. And then I'm also going to keep this just because I recently purchased it. This is the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Sun. And this is what it looks like. Just a nice cool tone bronzer. So I'm obviously going to be keeping this one. Okay, and then onto blushes. I don't have a ton of single blushes. I just, I don't know, I hadn't been into blushes until recently. I feel like right now I'm super into them, but I wasn't for a long time. I am gonna keep all four of these. These are all ColourPop Super Shock blushes from their spring collection, and I really like them. These Too Faced ones, let's see. I just like all three of these. So I think I'm going to keep them. I'm gonna go ahead and pass along this e.l.f. one in Marvelous Mauve. It is really, really pretty, but I just don't see the need for it at the moment with all the blushes that I purchased recently, and I can always pick it up again if I need to. I'm also gonna pass on this Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. I just don't use it. I don't reach for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. Same with this CoverGirl blush. I feel like it's a little bit too shimmery for me. It's just not, I don't know. Again, I just don't reach for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. The Tarte blush in Party. I feel like these two shades are like basically the same. I'm gonna keep the Too Faced one. I'm gonna pass on the Tarte one, and I'm gonna keep this Lorac one in Tinge. I'm gonna keep the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. This one is in Pinched. I just recently picked that up, so I'm gonna keep that one. And then I'm gonna pass along this Au Natural little stick blush. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Okay, I'm gonna move on to these minis. They're all just kind of mixed with highlights, bronzers, blushes, kind of a thing. This one is the Tarte Concept. I actually really, really like that color, so I am going to keep that one. This NARS Orgasm one I'm going to keep because that's the only NARS Orgasm that I have, so I'm going to keep that. This Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Honeysuckle. Again, I just don't use it, so I'm going to pass that along. This Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Luminous Flush. I'm going to keep this. This NARS Laguna. I am going to keep that. This Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I have a couple of them, I think. Or I did. Maybe I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. I just don't use it. The Kevin Aquan. It's just this little sampley size of it. I'm just gonna toss this. I've had it for a really long time and I don't use it anymore. And I feel like this is like not big enough to pass along to somebody else. I don't know. I'm just probably not going to use that. The Hourglass Ambient Bronzing Luminous Bronze Light. I am going to keep this one. And then I'm definitely keeping the Hourglass Ambient Luminous Light powder. It's such a pretty powder. This is the NARS Fort de France. This is also another really pretty highlight, so I'm keeping that one. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I don't think I've even ever used this. I'd like to see how it works. So I think I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna let go of this Laura Mercier powder. I just don't reach for it. I don't use it. So I think I'm gonna pass that along. I'm gonna keep this Becca Hydra Mist set. I just got this probably I don't know, a month or so ago, and I really want to keep trying it, so I'm gonna keep this. This is the Tarte Exposed highlight. I think I'm gonna pass this one along. And then this is the Lancome Glow Subtle. It's the Glowing Lights highlight. It's kind of like a ColourPop one, but I feel like this is like way too dark for me, so I'm going to pass that along. This is the Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light. I think I'm going to pass that one along as well. This is Becca Vanilla Quartz. I think I'm going to keep that one. And then this is Becca Opal, and I'm definitely keeping that one. Okay, and then on to palettes. This is the Smashbox Ablaze Face Palette. I just picked this up during the 21 Days of Beauty, so I'm definitely keeping that. This is the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. I love this thing, so I'm keeping that. This is the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. I don't ever use this, so I'm going to pass that along. This Tarte Hamptons Weekend Palette. I've used this probably like 2 or 3 times. I'm also gonna pass that one along. This is the Morphe Blush Trio in Pop of Peach. I think that this color is gorgeous, so I'm gonna keep it. The CoverGirl Peach Punch Highlight Palette. While I do really enjoy this bronzer shade, I just feel like I don't reach for this enough, and even after my little Shop My Stash, I've just forgotten about it again, so I'm going to pass that one along. I'm going to keep my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. This one is in Peachy Love. I'm going to keep this Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. Got it in a BOXYCHARM, and I actually do really enjoy that. I'm going to keep this Lorac. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean palette. It was limited edition, so it's no longer available, but I do really like it, and I'm gonna keep that. This is the Anastasia Glow Kit in, what is it? The Sugar Glow Kit. Definitely keeping this. I'm gonna pass along my Tarteist Pro Glow palette. Again, I just don't get a whole lot of use out of it. I do think it's really, really pretty, but it's just something that I don't ever reach for anymore. So I'm going to pass this along. I'm gonna keep this. This just has some ColourPop, and that's a Makeup Geek blush. So I got a ColourPop bronzer, some highlights, and some blushes, keeping those. I'm gonna pass this along. This is the Benefit Cheek Parade palette thing. It's got Recouture, California, Hula Hula Light, and Dandelion. I'm gonna pass this along because I purchased a new one of these, and I don't see a reason to keep both since there are some repeating shades. So I'm gonna pass this one along. This is the new one that I got. This is the Cheek Leader. It's got California, Tickle, Hula, Dallas, and Dandelion. So I'm going to keep this one. And then I also recently just picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale. This is the Jouer Blush Palette. And I think it's really, really pretty. It's got some pretty tones in there. I probably won't ever use this orange one, but the rest of them I will more than likely use. Okay, so over here is everything that I'm keeping, and all of these is everything that I am passing on. I feel like I did pretty good. I feel like I got a pretty decent amount of stuff that is going to be passed on. Obviously, I still have quite a bit of everything else, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. Highlight is one of my things that I absolutely love, and I feel like I got rid of quite a bit of my highlighters. I mean, not a lot of them, but I did get a decent little, you know, little mix in there. So yeah, there we go. That's everything that I'm getting rid of, everything that I'm keeping, and yeah. Okay, and that is it. That is it for my highlight, bronzer, and blush declutter. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I feel like I got rid of a good amount of products in this video. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. I have face products, and then I have a single eyeshadow eye product video as well. So let me know in the comments down below which one you guys want to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye.